Good morning and welcome back to the New Forest on a lovely sunny June day. Well, I can't believe it's a couple of months since the last diary, but it is. So this video looks at some of the goings on in the New Forest over the past couple of months during May and June. I've started a new YouTube channel for my New Forest videos. It's called Living in the New Forest, and if you'd like to subscribe to that, then please subscribe to this video and you'll be subscribed to the channel. So thanks very much. So let's go see what happened. In early May, I came across quite a large herd of fallow deer in the woods. This is a good view of a pricket. A pricket is a deer in its second year, growing his first set of antlers that don't have any branches yet. We can also see that he's molting and growing his summer coat. The herd soon ran off. Can you spot the white one? On the 9th of May, 18 New Forest Stallions were let out onto the forest to meet up with the mares and make their acquaintance. The Stallions are out on the forest until the 10th of July. As always, please give them a wide berth, as all ponies' behaviour during this time will be unpredictable. Here's one of the Stallions, photographed by Annette Gregory. He didn't waste any time making an acquaintance with a mare. The results of last year's Stallion Release can be seen across the forest now. May and June are the peak time of year for foals to be born, and they're a common sight. If you go to see them, please remember not to get too close, and definitely don't try to pet them or feed them. They are wild animals. New Forest commoner Sally Marsh hadn't been able to locate one of her forest run ponies for nearly a year. In May, Sally was contacted by the local Magister to say that he had seen the mare. Sally headed down to a huge bog area to see if she could find her mare, called Freebie. Lo and behold, there she was, and she had a foal. This is Freebie's first foal, and she's 13 years old. What a lovely story. On the 6th of May, we had the coronation of King Charles III in Westminster Abbey. Not only was this a great spectacle that Britain does so well, we also had an extra bank holiday. For the first time ever, I think, we had 3 bank holidays during May, which was a nice boost to the tourism businesses in the forest. Down on the coast, everyone was getting ready for the summer season, with cafes and restaurants gearing up for the increased number of visitors. Beach huts were opening up, and the fishermen were looking forward to increased sales. I think this seagull was looking forward to stealing some chips. Due to the colder than normal weather in April and early May, the leaves appeared on the trees later this year. By mid-May though, the forest was transformed. The beech trees are wind-pollinated and have both male and female flowers on the same tree. Its tassel-like male catkins hang from the tips of the twigs in April or May, whilst the female flowers are surrounded by a cup, which eventually will become beech nuts, or masts as they're known. By late May, the floor of the forest in the beech woods was covered in these female flowers, which had fallen from the trees. These won't produce seeds, of course, but there are plenty of seeds still on the trees, which will develop throughout the summer. Although May started off quite cold, the weather warmed up in the middle of the month, and we had some lovely warm sunny days. During May, we had Mow May, encouraging us to leave grass growing to help the insects and to provide more pollen for the bees. The roadside verges were left unmown, where it was safe to do so. I'm sure it also helped the council's mowing budget too. A win-win. Because of the cool spring weather, the flowers were later this year, but some of the floral displays have been fantastic. The Maythorn flowers have been as bright and as fresh as I've ever seen them. There's an old saying, "Ne'er cast a clout until May is out," which translated into modern language is something like, don't put your coat and jumper away until May is out. I've always thought this referred to the end of May. It could, though, refer to the flowers of the hawthorn, which is also known as Maythorn. With the cool weather lasting until the middle of May this year, ne'er cast a clout until the May flowers are out, in bloom, sounds about right. The first public pony sale in the New Forest for 3 years was held at the purpose-built facility at Bewley Road. It was the first sale to be held in person since COVID arrived. These pictures, by Annette Gregory, show some of the ponies that were up for sale. What do Rome, Barcelona and Doctor Who have in common with the New Forest? They've all got their own Monopoly board. Yes, the New Forest version of Monopoly has been launched, featuring local landmarks and organisations, as well as the animals and nature in the forest. If you need a present for someone who likes the New Forest, this might be just the thing you're looking for. Do you know what this is? This is a gorse bush covered in dodder and was photographed by Mary Ann Murphy. Dodder is a parasitic plant that entwines itself on a host plant. It always entwines itself anti-clockwise. Don't know why. It gains its nutrition from the host plant. It's widespread across the New Forest, but it's not common. In June, we had a hot plume of air up from the Mediterranean. We had some lovely hot days. Ideal for haymaking. We saw these one evening, just leaving the pub. That's the way to travel. It's a hard life being a donkey in this hot weather. The weather cooled down at the end of June, but the forecast was for more hot weather in July. So come back next time and see if the weather forecast was correct. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to see more videos about living in the New Forest.